First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Down at the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to keep it here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Las Vegas.
Mariota now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
For Zay Jones, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Mariota's pass.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes, and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight end. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On 1st down, Austin. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I don't don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in front, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on first down. Austin. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Made by
Tanner Muse there defensively.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kicker on for the point after.
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard.
Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mariota. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The first throw now for the backup, Nathan Peterman. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. The penalty flag had to come out.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Seahawks.
Now the 5th-year running back is Jalen Richard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Raider first down.
A first throw for the backup Peterman. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Peterman in at quarterback. His pass.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
On 3rd down, Bowden. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Raiders taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again, you know?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Brings up second and 7 at the 27.
From the 27, Wilson flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the carry here, it's Austin. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Nick.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the backfield, it's Austin. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by
no gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
After that run for a first down, I don't know the confidence could be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
The running back again.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to air it out. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Wilson on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And nowhere to turn for Peterman as he hits the turf. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Peterman to throw. Stepping up. He's good. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today...
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. Well, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Austin. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the 43-yard line.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The tackle made at the 47.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. 3rd down here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against talent you would expect.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. separation there, but it doesn't fool them. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They run with Bowden. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive. You got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good